Oh, there's Lynne. Lynne's over there. I'm like, where'd Lynne go? I'm like, this is really bad. We have two candidates for Attorney General, and Dennis made his competition disappear. Up here, Lynne. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Lynne Torgerson. She is an attorney practicing. I don't know why we say that. Why do you practice law? At some point, you're supposed to be actually good enough at it to say you're an expert. Oh, okay. So how do you follow it? So anyway, this is Lynne Torgerson. She's running for Attorney General. Give it up for her.
Thank you. So, good afternoon, Rochester. And thank you, Jen and Julie, for inviting me today and planning this wonderful event. My name is Lynne Torgerson, and I'm sorry, this is really weird echo, but okay. My name is Lynne Torgerson. I'm running for Minnesota Attorney General, and I'm running because I want to protect traditional American values. A little bit about my background. I always like to present facts. It's kind of been my experience in court. I grew up in a western suburb of Minneapolis. Later I attended college at the University of Minnesota and got degrees in political science and psychology. Subsequently, I attended William Mitchell College of Law in St. Paul, and about 25 years ago, I founded my own successful practice in downtown Minneapolis. I've been practicing criminal defense, expungements, and Second Amendment law. For the Second Amendment enthusiasts, I have won gun rights cases in 36 different counties in the state of Minnesota, as well as at the Minnesota Court of Appeals. I am currently in the process of filing a petition for certiorari with the United States Supreme Court to seek to have the carry permit requirement statute struck down as unconstitutional. If we win that, Minnesota would become a constitutional carry state. Wouldn't that be nice? And hopefully we can prevent the legislature from reenacting that. So overall, I am the person to beat Keith Ellison. Thank you. So I'm running for Attorney General. My campaign stands for freedom. The two big things we need freedom from is first, Governor Walz, and thank you, and two, Keith Ellison.
Yes, we do.
I stand for freedom for people to go to work, freedom for children to go to school, freedom for landlords to collect rent, no mandatory vaccines, thank you, and no mandatory masks. So what we need to do as Attorney General is sue Governor Walz on the grounds that his enabling legislation was unauthorized, unconstitutional, unnecessary, and destructive. Thank you. Yeah, that's a good idea too to do it now. I also think it's important to point out that, and I think today we need to add to Governor Walz and Keith Ellison something to be free of is President Biden. So these business closures are among the most destructive acts of our own government against our own citizens, maybe in the history of the state of Minnesota. And I will work to stop that. Thank you. I also want to emphasize what I won't be doing, and that is suing restaurants, bars, gyms, beauty salons, and rodeos for going to work to put food on their table. Thank you. I always also like to address the Second Amendment. Justice Scalia said that there's 3 primary reasons for the Second Amendment, and I always like to broadcast these. The first is so that we have the ability to engage in self-defense, defense of family, property, things like that. The second is so that we have armed citizens on the ground to aid the military in the event of an attack against the mainland of the United States, which means that the American citizenry is actually the militia. For the past 60, 70 years, there's been what I view as propaganda to make the word militia seem very radical, extreme, and the word militia is actually in our Second Amendment. So how can that word be a bad thing? It cannot. And the third reason Justice Scalia said for the Second Amendment is so that we have the ability to defend ourselves against governmental tyranny, which I think currently the importance of that is illustrated by what's going on in Australia. I've seen news clips. First, a man is going to be criminally charged for driving to a friend's house one evening. And then there was just another kind of horrific video of 2 kind of Australian law enforcement types and 2 Australian medical personnel, where they were essentially taking or tearing a child out of its parents' arms to forcefully vaccinate it. So this kind of illustrates the importance of the Second Amendment, and I will protect the Second Amendment, and I know how to do so. So today is 9/11. I remember 9/11 very well, where I was, the phone call I got, what I watched on TV, the empty skies, and I even heard about people cheering in Mayo Clinic for the fall of the towers. And 9/11 is the fruit of radical Islam. And that is why I'm running to remove Keith Ellison from government permanently. I do want to talk briefly about today. We have a different kind of 9/11 that I think President Biden created a few days ago, with the order that businesses must require employees to be vaccinated or face fines of $14,000 per person or violation or something like that. Essentially, their goal is to bankrupt the right and conservatives. We will be greatly weakened if we don't have a job and income and things like that. So we need to fight to keep our jobs. We also need to stay in the military. We need to stay in law enforcement because otherwise we'll be turning over military, nuclear facilities, and our country over to radical leftists. So we need to fight to keep our jobs and to take back every inch of the state of Minnesota, and I'm up for that battle. Thank you. Please support Lynne Torgerson for Minnesota Attorney General.